I am a professional wrestler. I have no shame in admitting it. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm a professional wrestler. Very proud of admitting it to all of you that are watching this video. Now, for anyone who's probably a fan of the business or in the business, if you venture on Facebook, you probably have gotten this posted, tagged. You probably tag yourself if you like it. But I figure, you know what, I take this time to talk about this, talk about the commandments, so to speak, and then talk about a little bit about what's going on with me in the next couple of weeks. So, title of it is, of course, I am a pro wrestler. I had a dream. I pursued my dream, and that's very true. I probably, from a very early age, knew that wrestling, being a professional wrestler, is what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to be, being involved in some form or facet. And I did pursue it and am continuing to pursue it. I am humble, but I am confident. Now, probably early in my career, and there are plenty of people who can attest to this, humble probably didn't fit in. I mean, it was probably one of the adjectives to describe me, but it wasn't the main one. Definitely confident was one of them, but humble, not so much. Now, I try to be as humble as humanly possible, very respectful of business, and just had an ego back then. I mean, that overrode the ability to be humble sometimes, so. But I've tried to correct that. I am kind, but this is not a weakness, it's my strength. Again, probably early in my career, and for those who've trained with me, kind, no, I'm kind of something, or, but usually I'm a pretty firm and vocal and, person, so, but I believe I'm kind. I believe that I'm on the positive side of that, so I believe in myself. I am great, and that's in quotations, or I don't belong here. Now, I do believe in myself. You've got to have confidence. You've got to believe you belong, otherwise you don't. I mean, confidence is one of those things you need. And anyone who knows me knows I don't have any shortage of confidence or belief in myself. I will train hard, my skills will be tested, but I won't give up. And definitely you do train hard. You put in a lot of hours if you're in this, and you're trying to make it to any, if you're trying to just be the embodiment of what a professional wrestler is, which is what I try to do. I do say I put the pro in professional wrestling. So I do train really hard, especially lately. Especially with returning to the ring, prior to returning to the ring. Yeah, definitely. I will help my peers with encouragement. I will not criticize or discourage others. I believe it's all about being honest with people, but at the same time trying to lift their spirits. I mean, we're all in the same boat, especially on the independent level. And you always want to help a brother and sister out. You want to help them rise to the occasion. So, I try to give words of encouragement, to my peers. I will always show respect to others who have paved my way. And that's paramount. Respect for the business means respecting those that came before you. And I'm a big proponent of that. I've been that since day one, especially with veterans. Even if I didn't totally agree with their mindset or their view of the business or view of shows or how things ran, I always tried to be very respectful and again, showing my respect to others. I will always remember the number one rule, which is to protect my opponent at all times. Again, another commandment, so to speak. That is probably the number one rule when you're in there with someone. You're trusting them with your body. They're trusting you with theirs. And, I would probably injure myself before allowing someone to be injured. I've had a pretty good track record of not injuring guys in the ring, being a guy that people want to work with. And I think part of that is that I do adhere to the protecting them. I'll do everything at all costs to make sure that they're not in more harm than they already are, because they are trusting me. And I would hope the person that I'm facing has that same mentality about protecting. I will remain open for suggestions at all times. I want to learn. Yeah, I would say the minute you think you know it all in this business is probably the minute you need to get out. I'm always trying to learn. I always want to be a student of the game. I want to be someone who studies it like art, because I believe it's an art form. And I want the best teachers. So yeah, I mean, that's paramount, especially going back to Booker and whatnot. I am smart and not a mark, but I am not a smartass. I can be a smartass. I mean, unfortunately, I try to be wise to the business and smart to it. At the same time, I grew up a mark. As far as being a fan, like I was a fan, and with what's gone with the internet and whatnot, the information that you can get, it's easily attainable. But I mean, I think we're all a little bit markish to some degree. It's kind of an ego thing. You might mark out for yourself. I mean, I tell people that I'm the reason they mark out. So, but I try to look at it from that perspective too. But I don't want to be a mark in the sense that I just want to be a fan, I think, and be wise to it. And I work on not being a smartass, especially with my comments and whatnot. I try again to be respectful and respect. I had a dream, the dream came true. That's the final commandment. And I would say, yeah, for better or for worse, I had a very simple goal when I started. I attained that goal. I achieved that. I try to always have goals coming into the year, yearly goals. Sometimes it's before and after goals. So yeah, I'm living the dream, I think is more the term for me, is I'm living it every day. Every time I'm out there, performing, every time I'm able to be in the brotherhood that is the locker room, or compete against someone, or cut a good promo, or just entertain the fans. I mean, that's living the dream. That's the way I look at it now. I live the dream. Thank you, God. I am proud to be a professional wrestler. Well, it says I am proud to be a pro wrestler. I like to put professional. Again, because I put the pro in professional wrestling. Now, so yeah, that was that. So yeah, if you're ever on Facebook, check that out. Sorry for the rambling portion, but getting my mind, and really I don't have anything script or otherwise, just reading it and telling you what I think. So this Saturday, tomorrow, or today, by the time you get to view this, I will be at Booker T's ROW, the Reality of Wrestling. Be the third show in a row for me. And so far as episodes go, don't want to toot my own horn, but my first opponent was Rockstar Robbie, who is now the ROW champion. Congratulations. A guy who I was victorious against not too long ago when I defended my GCPPW title. But anyway, that's actually I have footage of that from Doja Productions, thanks to Justin and whatnot. So I might be releasing that soon, as well as a couple more matches, more recent matches. So yeah, I will be out there, Clear Lake City Recreation Center. So if you're in the area, man, come check it out. It's a great show. I believe wholeheartedly that the book is doing some really solid work, and there's some great talent on the card with guys like Ruthless Ryan Davidson. Of course, I mentioned Rockstar Robbie, Jared Steele, the ROW Internet Champion, American Eagle, Cedric Payne, Gustavo Mendoza. Man, see, that's the thing. Like, there's so many, and on top of that, you got Adrian Jones and Booker T. I mean, just to have Booker T in the same building and being able to commentate. Now he's got the Fave 5, and I definitely want to be on his Fave 5, at least for ROW. Like, that would be my plan, my goal. And I plan on showing out and proving to him what everyone knows, and that is that there is no show without Steve DeMarco. So, again, Saturday, tonight, or whenever you're watching this, but I mean the 14th of July. If you survive July 13th, Friday the 13th, then come on out, check it out, and enjoy the show. Now on the 16th, Monday, I know during Raw, but I will be appearing on Indie Wars Radio with Stan Callahan and Big George, Big G. So Indie Wars Radio, Blog Talk Radio, and then if you look for Indie Wars Radio, I'm sure you can find it. 9:05 in the PM, Central Standard Time, again during Raw, but hey, you can always pause Raw and listen to a live broadcast. We usually cover a variety of topics, but probably cover Behind the Curtain, my returning to Booker T and returning to that. My thoughts on that. I'll talk about probably my upcoming title defense against my Gulf Coast Power Pro Wrestling title defense against Mustang Mike, I believe, a newcomer. I've never been in the ring with him, a veteran of the Louisiana territory from what I hear. Don't want to shortchange him, and I'll talk about him next week. Probably put out some videos, like I said, the 4-way. I was pretty impressed with it, especially since I was victorious. And then I got another rematch with me and Rockstar Robbie from an earlier show in the year, another GCPPW title defense. Then I may release the Humble Rumble 2012 event. Well, more importantly, my my victory against Mysterious Q for the Texas All-Star Wrestling heavyweight title. Yes, I hold 2 titles in 2 different promotions, both heavyweight, making me pretty cool. Anyway, not that, you know, it's all about the titles. It's about entertaining. Let me think, what else? Oh, so the 21st, like I said, and I'll talk about that. Also, I recently was going through, I had some VHS, yes, I had some footage of myself on VHS, some NWA Southwest stuff, some PCW stuff. I have some CTPW stuff. I mean, I have, like, it's wrestling, you know, history, so to speak. And I converted them to DVD, and now what I plan to do is, I might with those, because I can't really release them. You know, I can't put them on a DVD and say, here you go, because that footage belongs to somebody else. But I can at least release it on YouTube and put it on Facebook for you guys to see. But I might do something with it. I'm going to look at the footage and maybe I'll comment, talk about my feelings on the match, or where I was at that period of time. Maybe if I can really get organized, I'll put it in some kind of order. I also plan on putting out stuff on Facebook, probably going through videos that I see, and maybe daily, at least for my the people that like my fan page, I guess, so to speak, on Facebook. I'll put out, you know, from the beginning for me, and then any other footage that I run into on YouTube, so I can, you know, for those. I mean, something for everyone. I'm going to try to send out pictures. I know Mr. DeMarco, Little DeMarco, actually bumped into a couple of guys, and they're going to do a photo shoot. Don't ask me. So that should be coming out pretty soon. So yeah, again, I've got tomorrow, Booker T's ROW, Reality of Wrestling, and the reality of wrestling is you're looking at the entertaining portion of it. No offense, everyone's equally entertaining, but cream of the crop, the guy who rises to the top, and I won't go any further. You know, your reason for demarking out, and more importantly, the guy who puts the pro in professional wrestling. So, looking beyond the Fave 5. Then, Indie Wars, again, talking about a variety of topics, and one other topic we're going to talk about on Indie Wars, aside from, you know, the current state of the independents in Texas, at least, Probably talk about some of the companies that I would like to work for that I'm not currently working for. I'll talk about those there. And we'll probably talk about TNA Gut Check. Yes, I did do TNA Gut Check. I'm not wearing the shirt. Maybe I'll wear it in the future and talk about it in depth. But I might touch on it depending on how much time we have on Indie Wars Radio this Monday. And then again, finish out my week next week with the Gulf Coast Power Pro Wrestling heavyweight title defense against Mustang Mike. So, let me think. Anything else? Oh yeah. That pinup girlfriend, model girlfriend I talked about, she's also very creative. And, well, I can't do it justice. Yeah, I know, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so awesome. I mean, she does other stuff. I mean, she's done quite a bit other things. I mean, she's doing it now to do it. So creative, so creative. So, yeah, I'm damn lucky. Plus, I'm a pinup model. So, let me think, anything else? No, you know what? I think that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed this. Sorry for the rambling, but it'd been a little while and I wanted to touch base with all of you and not do a promo or anything like that. Again, releasing some videos, looking at some old Steve DeMarco footage. I'm probably going to put that out and, again, give you guys a little something extra. And for my Facebook, probably start, probably Monday, start putting out like the very first vlog for this channel and just kind of daily put out stuff, at least for there. So be on the lookout for that. And it might just be for the, I don't know. I'm still brainstorming. So without further ado, I appreciate all of your support, all of those who watch, all of the comments. They mean a lot to me. If you have any questions, feel free to come up and ask me or hit me up on here or on Facebook or wherever you're watching this. Comments, whatever, send me a question. I look forward to any feedback that I can get. If you have any, advice, I'd be willing to listen to it. So, I think that's it. But like I always like to end these, I want you guys to stay cool, stay sexy, stay classy. But understand this. If you do go get the DeMarc shirt, if you're watching Dark Knight Rises, the midnight showing, if you're just a fan of wrestling in general, and more importantly, willing to admit it, much like I admit it that I'm a professional wrestler, I would look forward to everyone responding and saying how much either they are a professional wrestler, if they are, or they're a fan of professional wrestling. Now, if you do all that, and you come back for more, well, then you already are all three. Until the next time, later.